Hello, and it is a very exciting time because if you watched the last episode of Not a VXR, you'll realise that the VXR is gone, even though it's not a VXR, but the SRI is gone, and we are moving on to a new adventure, which is a new series called Not an R. So I am actually stoked. I've had this car for about a month now, and I am absolutely loving ownership, so I can't wait to show you guys, and then we can get into some mods and some fixes. So I hope you enjoy the episode. Let's get to it. So the car is a 2016 Volkswagen Scirocco facelift 2-litre GT trim spec. I haven't actually seen these wheels on a Scirocco before, so I'm not actually sure if they are a standard wheel or if they've just got a VW centre cap. I went for this car because it is a 2-litre TSI, which is obviously a lot quicker than the Corsa. Because it's a GT model, it was only the 180 brake horsepower version, but if you tune them, you can get 280 out of them pretty easily, which is pretty mad. When I bought it, it had just over 45,000 miles on the clock, and to be honest, the biggest winning factor for me was the ultraviolet purple paintwork. And for a GT model, this car is really well spec'd. So as you can see, you've got the nice sweeping dials, you've got parking sensors, sat nav, the upgraded stereo system, which is Dyna Audio, and heated seats for those cold winter days. The seats are a mixture of fabrics, so the center section is a hard wearing cloth, then you have a strip of Alcantara, and then on the outside is a nice leather, which works really well for a daily driver car. I suppose the only real downside of a car like this is that it is a 4-seater, not a 5-seater. But let's be real, size of the boot on these cars, your fifth friend can just go in the boot. The engine in this car is an EA888, but it is the Gen 3, which means they changed some stuff and fixed a bunch of issues that they had with the Gen 1 and Gen 2. Some of the visual stuff is they've moved the oil filler cap and the oil filter. Also, they've removed the mass airflow sensor, and it doesn't run with one of those anymore. Also, they run super lean, which means that this is why this car I've managed to, on a run, so motorway driving, a mix of both, get at least 48 to the gallon, which is mad for a 2-litre turbo car. I paired the 2-litre turbo engine with a 6-speed manual because who doesn't love driving a manual car? Something I did notice after the first wash of the car was that this had a white film over it, which I assume is because it was replaced because it was cracked. But that happened obviously before my ownership. The dealership might have done it, so I just need to scrub that off. Now, I know some people complain about the boot space on the Scirocco. Honestly, I think it's huge. The boot space in this car is enormous. Just because of that lip, the lip doesn't bother me in the slightest. If anything, I think it secures the luggage that you're putting in there. Some of my favourite features about this car are the fact that gauges on here come as standard. So we have a boost gauge, oil temperature gauge, and a coolant temperature gauge, which takes all of the guesswork out of monitoring the health of your own car. And that concludes our very first Not an R episode. So I've got so much planned for this car. It's going to be a long haul. I don't really want to rush it all out and get it all done in like a month. I want to, enjoy it. Like, I want to get it tuned, but I want to get it so I can tune it and swap over between the normal, because obviously it's my daily driver, so the better miles per gallon that I can get, the better. So I'm hoping to be able to swap between the two, but we'll have to figure it out. The EA888 Gen 3 is a bit hard to find mods for because it's in between the MQB and the, well, I don't even know what this would be classed as because it is an MQB, But yeah, it's a bit of an in-between, so we may have to mix match parts. I mean, it does share an engine with I think it's a Mark 7 GTI, which might actually help us out. But yeah, no, I hope you enjoyed the episode, guys. Please subscribe if you want more content. I'm going to be putting out an episode every 2 weeks. Please like, subscribe and share, and I will see you in the next episode. Cheers, guys.